everybody suffered COVID differently, and of course unequally. I'm lucky enough that and privileged enough that I wasn't suffering in the sense of like risking exposure to bring middle class people their groceries. I was one of those people. So I was just suffering the sense of being cooped up all day and not being able to go out. And also, the just being suffused with dread all the time. Like, is this what the future is going to look like? I mean, I think in tough times, people revert to the music that is like their home base musically, like whatever you were a huge fan of between the ages of 13 and 18, that will serve as a kind of comfort food for you. In a way nothing else will. And it just so happens that my comfort food is bands like Joy Division, who are not at all comforting actually. I found myself listening to that stuff a lot, and I found myself just glancing at the comments of old 80s, post-punk and new wave music videos, and I just found that I found myself emoting in response to the things that people were sharing to a degree that was like, this is weird. People would post things about like, you know, I first heard this song with me girlfriend 38 years ago, and now we've been married all these years, and I wish that Ian Curtis of Joy Division had lived. He famously committed suicide very early on, and people sharing these things very very artlessly and very honestly, and I just found myself feeling like, yeah, man, me too. And I thought, okay, well, this is a sign that things are not perfectly well in my life. Well, and of course they weren't. There was a global pandemic happening. What did I expect? And one day I started talking about this online with friend of the pod, Viri Hulayat, and she said, "Phil, you need to write this. You're making me laugh. You need to write about this."
You just wrote this book, Phil, about how to be normal. We're listening to post-punk and reading the comments make you more normal. Is this?
I mean, honestly, it kind of did make me a little more normal. I mean, How to Be Normal is an essay collection, and certainly not any kind of how-to. But I mean, I yes, in the sense that you should reach for some sense of connection with other people. Yes, in the sense that you should listen to music, which is something that was like central to my life for years and years and years in my youth. And now sometimes, now that I have a vocation and all that adult kind of grounding stuff, I inexplicably sometimes will forget to listen to records like some kind of crazy person. I don't know how I became that person, frankly. A person who could forget to listen to records, but you got to do that, and you've got to like find some way of finding community with other people. And for whatever reason, whatever alphabet soup of diagnoses I'm working with, I forget those very obvious things. And yeah, so I do think it helped me be a little more normal.